pollution alone is a motivation.
That is great. Now, how is the mushroom industry? You know, it's not a usual sector of the farming industry to decide to venture into. So how is it? Are there challenges that you're facing?
Sure. You know, first of all, people, the shift in mindset that the wild ones are better than what we're growing commercially. You know, so you have to take your time to explain to people that actually the oyster mushroom that is produced commercially is also just another type of the mushroom. Okay. And I believe now the market is booming because of even the COVID. You know, mushrooms are immune boosters. They contain selenium, which controls the cancer cells, vitamin B, vitamin C, and even vitamin D. So all these are all immune boosters. And as the COVID is here with us, you know, you have to really, you know, prevent rather than cure.
Yeah.
Yes.
So saying that the downside, if I should say, is that most people don't know much about it. And you're talking about the oyster mushrooms. It means that that's the only type that you cultivate?
Yeah, for now, that is what I do. We also have the domo, which, you know, after the palm wine, it comes out.
Oh, I've seen that on palm trees before. But they're very tiny.
Yes, and they are highly perishable. So you need to have your customer close to you before, you know, they take it. So on commercial basis, the oyster is the best for us.
That's easy to store.
When I was in China, I think in 2019, I realized that they cultivate a lot more of the types of mushrooms that we have, the Ganodermo, you know, and different types and colors. And
I never knew mushrooms have colors. That's exciting.
We have the pink, the orange, the violet, and it was amazing when you see them, you know, chopped nicely on a plate. Oh, it's so yummy.
That means your trip to China had an influence in your decision to decide to go into mushroom farming?
Not at all. I think I started almost 3 years before I went there to see actually whether I'm on track and doing well. But when I went there, it's a whole business on its own that government's supporting, and they employ over 5,000 women alone to harvest the mushrooms for the market every day. And that alone is a great motivation. If Ghana can expand the mushroom industry, and we are producing and feeding other countries, even around us, not talking about the international, you know, markets, that will be awesome. And I believe that we are on the way to becoming one of the mushroom producing countries, and United Ghana Limited is leading in that.
Yes, United Ghana Limited, thank you for that. But does that mean that as a businesswoman, you know, starting your business in the mushroom industry, did you have any training whatsoever? Because, you know, farming, you need to have some knowledge about how to cultivate the crop, how to keep it, storage and all of that, even with delivery. So what kind of training did you have before?
Yes, you don't have an accounting background, so I went to the food research and I learned about it. I underwent the training. So this is to everybody. If you want to start farming, you know, try and get some knowledge and technology, of course, to be able to succeed in it. Because we have some technicalities and some things that you need to know, learn. You know, how to handle infection, getting the right temperature for the mushroom. All these things contribute to the success of the business. And when you get this knowledge, you'll definitely become the mushroom queen.
And, oh yeah, you are the mushroom queen. So after this, okay, getting your knowledge and the training and starting, you didn't end the day. You decided to go overseas and learn more. What would you say was the main thing that helped you from your trip to China? The main thing you picked from your trip to China?
I think they focused. They focused on, you know, becoming a leading China, becoming a leading producer. So they are putting in all the resources. Government is supporting, other development partners are supporting in terms of technology. They have a whole school for the study and coming out of mushroom species and different types. So there is so much concentration on the industry to grow it. And I think that is what we need to, you know, pick up in Ghana to become one.
Personally, are you doing something of the sort, some sort of training?
Yes, I do. I do train a lot of women.
Oh, that's
I've trained over 200 women so far,
wow,
free of charge.
Wow,
to be able to, be on their own, and also, even developing the value chain. There are so many things that we can use the mushrooms for, and that is why even we organizing the fair. So the fair, we come in a fair on the 28th. That is next week Friday at the F4 Sunderland Park.
Okay.
And that is one of the means we want to use to educate Ghanaians on some of the wonderful things you can use mushrooms for. Your meat pies, your samosas, your mushroom kebab that actually, gave me an award, all that will be there for people to enjoy.
That is great. So how do you get your produce to the consumers? What are your distribution channels? Yes,
so we use the social media.
Okay.
We also directly talk to our customers,
okay,
and we have the middlemen as well. So women take from us at farm gates and go to the market. We supply hotels, restaurants with mushrooms. And, foreigners are some of our biggest clients. They understand the nutritional values of mushrooms, and they enjoy it. And I want to urge Ghanaians that this is one thing that we should not, leave out of our plates.
So what is your favorite meal with mushroom?
Mushroom kebab.
The mushroom kebab?
Yes.
Is that with colorful mushrooms or just the normal mushrooms?
Even with just the normal mushroom with other vegetables. Wow. When you take it, it tastes so much like, a chicken kebab.
Oh, okay.
When we go for fairs and programs and, you introduce the mushroom kebab to people, they were like, mushroom kebab? But okay, I'll tell
that's
you
not too common.
Try it. And interestingly, when they try one stick, they normally
go
come
for
the
more.
second one.
When you try one mushroom stick, you go for the second one. So there's a fair this next week Friday 28th, right?
Yes.
At the F4 Sunderland Park.
Yes.
All right. As a woman, an amazing woman that you are, the mushroom queen, how do you handle your business? You know how it is when you are a woman and you're in a leadership position. How do you handle the workers that you have? I know most of them will be males because of the farming and the nature of the work. How do you go about managing your business so that everything is effective?
I think there are two key things that I can use to answer this question.
Okay.
You must create systems and structures.
Okay.
People should know what
they should
do at every particular point in time, even if you are not there. They should be able to work. And secondly, communication. You create that channel of communication that, the harvesters can talk to the farm manager will take it up to make sure that their needs and what they need to work with is easily available. So these two key things, I think, should be a reason for CEOs to really, get their works done, get the structures, forget about family and friends, because I'm working with my brother's sister's son, so he can come anytime and leave anytime. You need to, put in, when you come, you sign, and let me know when you start work and when you're closing. Okay. And that will inform me whether you should take your full pay.
Okay, so you do not put aside familiarity, or you don't bring familiarity into work. You have systems like check-in times they come into work, the flow of communication and so on, so that everybody is supposed to do what you're supposed to do, whether or not you are absent or present.
But that should not mean that you are not approachable. You should be able to flow with your workers. Let them be free to talk to you about what their needs are.
You should be free but firm.
Free but firm. Because sometimes it is your workers that will do the job for you.
Yeah.
You can't do everything yourself. I need people that will do the composting. I need people that will help me do the bagging, even harvesting of the mushrooms. Mm-hmm. So when they are not there, how will the job expand? So you need to, flow with them, be with them, and really, get them doing the job with joy. There are some of our workers that are working because they need the money. Yeah. But that shouldn't be the case. Let them enjoy, let them understand why they are doing what they are doing. And when they get to know that I am doing this because, one, I have to be paid, I need to put food on the table of my kids and my wife, at the same time, helping my employer also get back his or her investment, and also helping to contribute to 1, 2, or 3, then the person will be passionate, and then adequate remuneration. So you must get feedback from them, get to know whether it's adequate. How do we create the balance? Help me, I help you.
Oh, that is amazing. So if you're a business owner and you want to handle your business effectively, we've learned that you should learn to communicate, you should let work flow, let your workers enjoy what they do, be free but be firm. On that note, how do you juggle work and your personal life?
Yeah. that is something that I think all of us have always having to, deal with, the family and the business. So you have to create a balance. You need to create a balance to be on, that scale. Yeah. So you make sure you take care of it. You draw a timetable for yourself. That okay, from 5 a.m. to 6, I'm looking at, the kids, getting them ready for school, and then by 6:30 or 7, if your job demands that you get there early, then you schedule so that you get there on time. Because some of the employees, they monitor your behavior. If they know that you come at 9, you are telling me to come at 8, they'll have a problem. So you must get there sometimes, surprise them, and be there before they report. Yeah. There, you have a point that if I can come at 8, why will you report at 9? But most of our madams, wait for all the time for employees to come first. Have you opened the shop? Have you done this? Have you done that? Maybe they are at home. So sometimes you need to put in some extra effort to put in some of these
to create the
measures
balance.
To create the balance. So you must create it. Make sure that one is not deficient to the other. So you need to create that balance.
How is a typical day in your life like, from morning to evening? About what time do you leave the house? About what time do you come in? I want us to have a view or picture into your life.
Yes. So for the family, I normally wake up by 5.
Oof, that's early.
So you make sure I dress up the kids for school. And since the mushrooms, we have to harvest them very early, by 6:30, between 6:30 to 7, I have to be on the farm to make sure that we do the harvesting, we get it packaged for delivery, and also making sure that all the things that they need to do for the day, we do the schedules, who is doing what, and then from there, I move to do other things. Yes.
That is great. Now, you mentioned that you harvest mushrooms in the morning. First of all, is mushroom a seasonal plant? Would you say seasonal?
The wild ones are seasonal. Okay. But for the oyster that we cultivate on commercial basis, no. You can harvest all year round, provided you have the cropping houses that have the right temperature. Yeah. You can farm mushrooms throughout the whole year. And that is one of the advantages of farming mushrooms.
That is great. Yeah. So then, why did you say you have to harvest in the mornings? Is it because of the temperature?
Yes. And they need to be fresh all the time.
So your mushrooms are always fresh?
Yeah.
You are the mushroom queen.
Yes. So our mushrooms are always picked hygienically every morning, and they are fresh. So after that, you need to even sprinkle water on the bag, so you don't wait for the sun to come in. So all these things need to be done before the sun rises.
That is great. So what is the duration from planting to harvest?
It takes about 3 months. Okay. Yes. But one thing that we also do is we supply the existing farmers or potential farmers with the already spawned bags, so they are ready. So when you come to E90 Ghana Limited, when you are buying bags, when you buy the mature bags from us, within 1 week, you will start harvesting mushrooms. That's the beauty of it. So we do all the jobs for you, and you come for mushrooms. Yes.
So it means that if somebody else is into mushroom farming, they can actually come to you and source the ones that are, what did you call it?
The spawn bags.
The spawn bags.
Yes.
The spawn bags.
Yes. So the spawn bags, they are the ones that turn white after the mycelium is introduced to.
Rome wasn't built in a day.
Sure.
A journey begins with a step. You can do it too. We will be right back.
Need a little help? Nobody does it better. At UCS Facility Management, we give you the best in janitorial services, which include high-rise window cleaning, office cleaning, post-construction cleaning, facade washing, deep cleaning, carpet cleaning, swimming pool cleaning, and event janitorial services. Locate us at Jowolu, JA Plant Pool premises, or call us on 0501 666 322 or 0203 299 212 or 0203 299 234. UCS, your property is under our care.
Night here on Metro TV and also on DSTV channel 277. In current affairs, we have the latest political and social news. The business bit brings you up to speed with the happenings in the world of business, commodities, the stock and forex market. We also have the latest in the world of sports, plus news across our borders in our international segment. We're on air.
Hello and welcome to Metro News Night, live from our studios here at number 8 Avenue Extension here in Accra. My name is Noble Crosby Annan.
And I am Afia Fusua. Coming up, our top stories now.
A very good evening to you and welcome to News Night here on Metro TV. I am Bryce Nanakwasi Amini.
Hello, good evening. My name is Anya Fompofonia. Welcome to News Night on Metro TV.
I'll be bringing the latest
you don't worry.
That was mesmerizing. Do away with all your worries because we're about to have another exciting conversation with an amazing personality. Now, this is the real show, and I know the women are excited when we have something feminine to talk about. My second guest is Ruby Boa. She is the creative director and visionary. Madam Ruby Boa, the queen of jewelry, the creative director and visionary behind Kuwa Designs. Tell us how Kuwa started.
Hi.
Hello.
And nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. And I said, I love your hair, though.
Thank you. So Kuwa, I didn't set out to start Kuwa.
Okay.
My background is in finance, and I took a random jewelry making class, and I was hooked.
Oh, you were in love.
I was in love. You know, just it was a regular stringing class, just stringing beads, and I was already in my career, and I really loved it so much. So I went on and bought a whole bunch of beads, and then after I'm like, okay, I have to sell these. What am I gonna do, right? So over the years, I started selling at art shows, and eventually I started looking into making this a full-time job. As scary as it was, I did not give up, and here we are today. So
that's amazing. Yeah. But what motivated you to quit your job by then? What were you doing by then?
I was a financial analyst, and when I decided I wanted to do this full time, I was working at Coca-Cola in Atlanta.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So it was passion. I was driven by passion, and at first when I thought I could do this full time, it was a scary idea. You're like, oh no, take it out of your head, right? You can't do this. And then you keep doing it, and once you start selling and you see that people are responding, then you tell yourself that this really could be a career. And to make sure I was really ready for it, I packed up, moved to New York, and got a degree in jewelry design, and then said, let's do this.
So from your finance background, you decided to have a degree in jewelry. That is some passion.
Yes.
Wow. So then
passion or I'm crazy, right?
Oh no, both of it is good though. Crazy people are the ones that make history. The normal people hardly ever do anything else.
I do agree.
Yeah, so that is great. That is very inspiring. How do you get inspiration for your designs?
Inspiration is around us everywhere. I do love nature, so some of my jewelry you see like leaf motifs, and I like things that you look at and you go, this is so different but not crazy, right? So I like using stones, natural stones, geodes, and as I already mentioned, leaves, stuff like that.
You mentioned that you started with thread and beads.
Yes.
So your jewelry goes beyond beads, or is mostly the beaded kind?
Mostly that. We still do a lot of beads, but I use stones in a bit of a different way, and we do some metal fabrication as well.
Right here in Ghana?
Yes.
Wow.
And I added a handbag line. So while I was in fashion school, I took some handbag design classes, and then I decided to add that to my line.
Okay, so it means that you have jewelry that's actually with stones. I mean, you have the gold